Hey everybody, this is Sherry Bowers with Connected Spirit and Connected Spirit Connected Biz Summer Gift Event. So welcome. Today I've got Lorraine Lane with me to share a little bit about what she does, which is a service I think that is so many of us hate, yet it's so needed. So thanks for being with us. And for those that don't know you, let's just kind of start with how did you get started in what you do? Because your strong point is networking, and I think for a lot of people that's just like
big.
yep.
So I was in the corporate world, high-tech world for 15 years and expected that I would retire, get the watch, and live happily ever after.
Right.
However, on a Monday morning, my manager called me and said our whole department had been laid off overnight. And so I took a deep breath, and what did that mean? And I tried to find a job. It was a downturn in the economy. Nobody was hiring. I couldn't even get hired to stock shelves at Home Depot.
Right.
So I just kept taking any work that came my way. And, I was doing training, and then when it came time to do our taxes, our CPA said, "It looks like you have your own business." I said, "Oh, no, I don't want to be in business. No me." So, so gradually I realized I was in business. So then I had to find out how do you do this thing, right?
Right.
And how do I get more clients and all that sort of thing. So I went to the library and took out as many books as you could, which was 17. So I walked home with all the books on networking because somebody told me that's how you built your business. So I learned from experience, and I will tell you that it was great learning, and I teach my clients how to build a network, not just network.
Yeah.
There's a
Difference.
fine line between those two. And what I notice, Sherry, is that most people are networking, not building a network.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the critical thing. If anyone watches this and has one thing to take away, build yourself a network. That's the critical piece.
Hmm. And that's such an interesting point that I know actually, and we've talked before, but until you just said that just now, it didn't completely register. So yeah, lots of times we think we're building a network, or we think we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and it's not quite that.
Right, right. And it takes attention, and that's what my book is about, is how do you do that? What are the steps that you take to do that? Most organizations and most people who train about networking are telling you what to do to go to weekly meetings. What I do with my clients is how do you build that network that's going to nurture your business?
Yeah. Yeah. And not waste your time, right?
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So who at this point then, who do you work with mainly? Or are you still more corporate? Are you small business? Are you Tell
I'm
us all
I,
about it.
I'm everything. So I do have time on my calendar that I spend with just executives and CEOs, and I coach them. Um, but that is part of my business. My real coaching business is business people who are struggling. I know what the struggle is like, and I can, I just have this feeling when I see a small business owner, you're in struggle mode. And
Yeah.
so we need people who can support us and help us to get through because we're so close to the situation that we can't see. And I'm going to be working with a woman starting on Monday. She's so skilled, but she has no idea how to promote herself out in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So she's exhausting herself and is almost ready to give up,
Yeah.
right? And so she reached out to me as the last raw.
Let's hope. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I see such possibilities for her. And so we're going to start that work. And so small business owners, usually not startups, usually have been in business for at least a year and
Mhm.
on up. I'm working with a client right now who's been in business 50 years. Yeah, we're going to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of that business next year. So that's exciting.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Had you been with them a long time? Were you able to kind of see the progress, or you're just kind of coming in to
Well, I
keep
came
it
in because they
going?
were drowning. What happened is mom and dad threw the business at the son, who was
Ah,
totally unprepared. So he called me and said, "I need help. I don't know what I'm doing."
yeah,
And so I've been with that company now for almost 2 years.
that's
Yeah.
excellent. That's excellent. So, um, so along that line, like, so what's your main, if we're, because most of the people that are listening to this are probably going to be in that small business category. So what products and services, or what's your core product program
Okay.
that you can offer them? What does that
So
look
I
like?
offer a program called the A Game program, built based on my book. I didn't write it to be a New York Times bestseller, and but the program is based on the book on how to build that network, that so referrals come to you without you standing up at a meeting saying, I want all the referrals you can give me.
Right.
um, so how to do that professionally and feel good about what you're doing. So that's my main program.
Mhm.
And I offer that usually once a year. And so if people are interested, I can put them on a wait list. So I generally do that, and it will happen after the first of the year. And it's a longer program with individual coaching and things that you do during the week, not just throwing stuff at you. You know,
Uh-huh.
see how it worked, how it, you know, um, so that is the main program, because that's what small business owners need. But we go through so many things in that program, like who is your target market? I'm sure people, they hear me, but they don't hear me anymore.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like Charlie Brown's teacher, wah, she's always saying target market. But if you don't know who that is,
yeah,
everything else that you do is wasted time and money.
yeah, yeah.
So we do that work, and that
Hmm.
is intensive work. And then we can talk to those people.
Hmm.
And for some people, they think target market means I'm going to shrink their market down to nothing, right? I'm going to have 3 people that I can talk. No, what actually
Well, the big
happens with a
place.
lot of people is it expands your market, but then you know who they are. And
Yeah,
you can speak their language, not your language, their language,
yeah.
which, yeah. Okay, I'm getting on a rant now.
No, I get that one. I think, just if I can just toss in a little, you know, personal aha that I had, because, you know, when you do narrow that down enough to where you're actually talking to your people, it can change overnight. I had,
Yes.
I'm the tech nerd, right? But I'm also the person that's into intuition and astrology and spirituality and all of these, the woo woo, right? And for years I had, my business was showmehowcomputers.com.
Mm.
I got a lot of referrals
Mm-hmm.
of all the people I really wasn't comfortable working with.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the minute I thought, no, I need to combine this, I thought I couldn't combine that. And when I did, and then I changed my domain to Connected Spirit Online, it was like I flipped a light switch. And then all of a sudden I got, like I attracted the people that I was meant to help, that
Mm-hmm.
I resonate with, and the plumbers and the carpenters went away.
Right. Right. Right.
But it's one of those things you don't think, when you first start, you have no idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And in the program, I help people find their voice. And that's, if Identifying your target market is so that you can find your voice and find your message and deliver that to the people that need you. And find your voice with your introduction, find your voice with your presentation, find your voice with how you show up in the world about what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. So tell us a little bit about the gift that you're sharing, because it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's 10 steps to build your network. So it's ways that you can pay more attention when you're networking, and easy steps to take. So I recommend that people take one a week and just work on that one and get success, because when you experience success, it creates momentum, right? And so it is just so magical when I see a client get success from something that they've agreed to do, and they do it and they experience success. It's like, oh, I want to do that again. You know?
It becomes fun again, you know.
Yes.
Because it can be pretty discouraging up till that point. Yeah.
Right. So that the 10 steps is hugely powerful, and I've tested every one of them myself. So I'm not just writing from theory.
AI, right? It wasn't an AI book.
Right. Right. Blood, sweat, and tears. Lots of tears.
Yeah. I can relate. So if somebody wants to get a hold of you to talk more about what you do, maybe working with you, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
They can connect with me on my email, Lorraine@lanebc.com. They can call, text, anyway, pigeon, I answer them all.
You're wonderful. That's good. So, I recommend anybody that, if you're in business, get the book. I think I've read it. You're going to get some nuggets out of there that, you're probably going to go, oh, duh, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, simple things, because when I feel fire hosed by something, I don't even want to try it.
Yeah, it's too much, it's too overwhelming. And I think that's what I felt in the early days. And I know a lot of my clients, when they come to me, they're feeling like that. It's like, you've got 50 million people telling you 50 million things to do, and not all of them are actually needed at that moment, or not all of them are actually effective, or
Right.
It's just a lot of time you're spending without any benefit coming back to you.
Any results, right?
Yeah.
And I'm known as the results coach, because if you want somebody to just fluff your feathers, I'm not that kind of coach.
No feather fluffing.
Right. Well, occasionally give you a pat on the back, but
Yeah.
you're there to get results, right? Because
Yeah.
if you were getting the results that you wanted, you wouldn't be reaching out for support and help.
Right.
So,
Right. Well, thanks so much for being with us and kind of sharing what you do. I think it's, everybody needs it, but that's me on my soapbox. So
great.
anybody that's, yeah, thanks for coming. Anybody listening to the replay, the link for the gift will be below, or in the email, however you're getting to this video. And thanks again, and we will talk to you all soon.
All right. Bye-bye.